Cuomo swiping at the frontrunner, Democrat Socialist Zoran Mondani.
This is not a job for someone who has no management experience to run 300,000 people, no financial experience.
Now Mondani went after Cuomo.
And if we have a health pandemic, then why would New Yorkers turn back to the governor who sent seniors to their death in nursing homes?
America's listening.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Let's go! It's day 17 of the government shutdown, with Republicans continuing to push a simple extension of funding. Democrats demand provisions to roll back looming cuts to Obamacare subsidies they say would raise health care costs for millions of Americans. Now, President Trump is vowing to make fertility treatments more affordable.
Drug maker EMD Serrano has reached a deal with the Trump administration to reduce the cost of its drugs used in IVF cycles, intended to cut cost of expensive treatments for parents.
We want to make it easier for all couples to have babies, raise children, and start the families they've always dreamed about.
The president also announced plans to expand private health insurance coverage of fertility drugs to encourage employers to offer treatment benefits. As a candidate, President Trump promised to increase access to IVF following feared restrictions of the treatment following the Supreme Court's overturning of Roe v. Wade. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
On Wall Street, falling futures suggest stocks may drop again this morning. A guitar legend is being mourned, especially by Kiss fans.
Paul Ace Frehley died as a result of a recent fall at his home in New Jersey, his family says, 74 years old. He was an original member of Kiss, the band's lead guitar player. Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley released a joint statement calling Frehley an essential and irreplaceable rock soldier. Peter Criss writes on his website, his legacy will live on in the music industry and in the hearts of the Kiss Army. Frehley was in the band from 1973 to 1982, quit, and came back from 1996 to 2002. He released several solo records as well, and with his band Frehley's Comet, he had one out just last year. Kiss is one of this year's Kennedy Center honorees. That ceremony is in December. Chris Foster, Fox News.
In the baseball playoffs, the LA Dodgers beat Milwaukee 3-1. Toronto topped Seattle 8-2. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
It's another finally Friday edition of the Valley's Morning News. It's News Radio for South Texas. How are you, amigo? I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz, and we have AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on standby, bringing the heat. Gee, wow, it should be triple digits by Monday, he said in the forecast. So we'll review that and Texas weather coming up in about 3 minutes. This coming Monday will be the last day. If you have any comments comments will be accepted by the FAA on a proposed change to the existing FAA license that SpaceX has been using to operate from Boca Chica. SpaceX wants to begin orbital flights. That's right. Send them around the world from Starbase. Those operations will require a modification of the existing FAA license due to changes, of course, in launch trajectory and potential airspace closures in other places. Again, Monday is the deadline. Monday is also the first day of early vote in Texas. I'm going to put that on the calendar, especially if you're in Edinburgh. They have a city-wide election in Edinburgh. And, of course, the constitutional amendment election that starts on Monday for early vote. This note from Central Texas affecting the economy. San Antonio, seems like San Antonio is on the way, Central Texas on the way to losing. It will be on the losing end of a military command structure shakeup.
Army General Chief of Staff Randy George announced the Army North and Army South headquarters at Fort Sam Houston will be merged into one Western Hemisphere command base at Fort Bragg in North Carolina. While it's not known how many jobs will be lost and some personnel will remain at Fort Sam Houston, it is sure to impact the San Antonio area economy, as 7% of the local labor force relies on the military for employment. General George said the move would happen within the next 6 to 8 weeks.
It's 7:07 on the Valley's Morning News. There's a new lawsuit against a state law filed on behalf of some young Texans.
The Texas App Store Accountability Act, which is set to take effect January 1st, requires anyone in Texas, whether a minor or adult, to prove their age before downloading any mobile application content. Teens are barred from downloading any app or making in-app purchases without parental consent, and parents must provide a separate consent for every app download or in-app purchase. The federal lawsuit claims the act violates the First Amendment. It also says the age verification mandate also forces disclosure of sensitive personal information such as government-issued IDs. The suit was filed on behalf of the student advocacy organization Students Engaged in Advancing Texas and 2 Texas minors.
After AccuWeather, I'm going to tell you how many tickets have been pre-sold already for the World Cup, FIFA, the World Cup. We got games taking place in Dallas and Houston and, of course, other places here in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. Time is 7:08. It is AccuWeather time, and big thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch, Purina Antler Max for rut season. Martin Farm and Ranch, certified dealer, and they've got some great deals. Stop by, say hello to Dougie for us. They're at Martin Farm and Ranch, Monte Cristo, Edinburgh. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us and bringing the heat. Triple digits by Monday. That's the plan, right, Jason?
Sunday could be some triple digits. Yeah. Just touching on the triple digits Sunday. But yeah, Monday and Tuesday, definitely some triple digits for some. Tuesday looking like we're going to break the record and McAllen with the high 97, which was the old record 95, last reached in 2004.
All right, so tell us what the computers say about changing up the weather midweek next week. Maybe a cool front. So what's the plan?
Yeah, it's looking like that front may stall out to the north again. So, I mean, it's kind of being wishy-washy as far as how far south it's going to make it. But right now, it hangs up off to our north and then lifts back northward as a warm front. By Sunday, there's another, or by Friday of next week, there's another area of low pressure right on the Texas-Oklahoma border with a cold front behind it, just into West Texas, just south of New Mexico. That one, I think, has a little better chance of making it through the region, but we'll see how that plays. But that'll be like next weekend.
Yeah, that's like way.
That's fantasy land at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Those computers have plenty of time to change their mind back and forth.
Well, they changed their mind over the last 24 hours. So,
all right. So try for us, try for Texas if you're headed north.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see on the menu for today. Oh yeah, well it is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So today is National Mammography Day, and let's see, it's on the menu. It's you name it, whatever, fettuccine or let's see, macaroni, whatever you like, just angel hair. It's National Pasta Day. So load up on the
carb load
on the carb today. Yeah, you're gonna have to burn. Gonna have to walk that treadmill a little extra tonight.
Hey, incidentally, National Hurricane Center is watching possible development out in the South Central Atlantic, but that one's taking aim at the Caribbean. So we'll keep an eye on that one. But toward the end of its forecasted track, it looks like it's going to bang a southward curve into Central America. So we'll see how that plays out, the next 7 to 10 days. But there is actually some interest that we do have to pay attention to with something that may run into the bowling alley there, the Caribbean. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's what we're watching for. Yeah, that Caribbean bowling alley. All right, pal. Thanks for the update. It's AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. Let's see here. Time is 7:11 on the Valley's Morning News. This one's for Freddie. Anytime I see a soccer story, I set it aside for Freddie because he's into soccer. The 2025 FIFA World Cup announcing Over 1 million tickets have been sold in the Visa pre-sale draw.
Tickets were purchased by fans in 212 countries and territories, with the host countries, the United States, Canada, and Mexico, leading the way in ticket sales. Those countries were followed by England, Germany, Brazil, Spain, Colombia, Argentina, and France. There are about 7 million tickets total across 104 matches that will be played. The next ticketing event comes later this month with the early ticket draw. Both Dallas and Houston are host cities in Texas, with AT&T Stadium in Arlington hosting more matches than any other host city.
Freddie wants to know why I mentioned that, since he's not going to buy any tickets. He can't afford any of that, or afford the travel or the hotel expense for that. Right? Well, I was just thinking about you, Freddie. All right. The time is 7:12. And this note from Central Texas in Travis County: a prison officer could soon be an inmate in the same jail that he was guarding, busted bringing in some contraband to inmates. But it's not the contraband that normally makes the news.
Rather than hard drugs or weapons, we're talking food here, specifically chicken wings. Amos Nineway allegedly ran a chicken wing pipeline, providing inmates the food in exchange for money. Rumors of this popped up back in August, and following an investigation, he was fired on Tuesday of this week. Travis County Sheriff Sally Hernandez says she was disappointed by the situation, calling it a foolish decision. Nineway charged with contraband in a correctional facility, a Class B misdemeanor in Texas. He faces up to 6 months in jail and/or a fine of up to $2,000.
My question, Freddie, like, where did he hide the chicken wings to sneak them into jail? That's all I'm going to say, right? Like, all right. Time is 7:13. The Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. A special weekend in McAllen. Take the family over to the convention center side. The celebration of Palmas, Palm Fest at McAllen. Conversation about that, and the city of McAllen putting out bids for a redo of the former Bowie Reservoir. They're looking at a huge development, but they'll listen to some of the developers to see who has the best idea. Conversation with our mayor, Javier Villalobos, next on 710 KURV.
Progressive Insurance can protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. In short, a lot of things. Bundle today at progressive.com.
At Rivetta's Machinery in Donna, they're bringing the best deals on Coyote equipment to your job site, your farm, or your backyard. Right now, take advantage of 0% interest or up to $6,000 cash back on Coyote track loaders and skid steers. These are machines built for maximum performance no matter the task. But don't stop there. They're also offering fantastic savings on Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. And whether you're hauling something, mowing, tackling other big jobs, Coyote has the equipment to help you get it done. If you're looking for great deals and great service from a team that treats you like family, look no further than Rivetta's Machinery and Coyote. Start your next project right. Visit Rivetta's Machinery in Donna or browse their deals when it suits you at mynewtractor.com. That's their website, mynewtractor.com. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
It's Monday Night NFL action as your Houston Texans visit the Seattle Seahawks. Kickoff at 9 on News Talk 710 KURV.
You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. We've got the Aggies tomorrow at 1:30. They will be visiting the Razorbacks, going to Arkansas. Arkansas Razorbacks tomorrow, broadcast Aggies 1:30 p.m. Big thank you to our many supporters, including the DHR Health Orthopedic Institute. We're catching up to speed with our city of McAllen. Big news these days. Our mayor, Javier Villalobos, in the studio, and we say happy Friday, Valley's Morning News. Thank you for joining us. Also, join us at 710 KURV, the Facebook Live channel, the YouTube Live 710 KURV, same thing on X, and then producer Joe, he'll copy paste that, put it on LinkedIn later in the day. That's where you can find pretty much all these daily main interviews. And our mayor, Javier Villalobos. So this Bowie Reservoir area, what was it, like 67, 70 acres, something like that?
Yeah.
It doesn't look that big off the freeway.
Well, actually, I didn't think it was that big either until
Yeah.
you really get close to it, get off, and go see it. It is quite a piece of property. When you drive by, I didn't think so either.
Yeah.
But no, take a look at it. I think it's about 68 developable acres.
So it's now flattened, the water sent elsewhere, and it's going up for bids, from what I understand. That's the announcement. So what does
correct.
What does that mean? Do you have several people knocking at the door, and you're going to see who has the best
You know
plan?
what?
or
There's a lot of interest. There always has been actually for a very long time, and then fortunately, we're finally gonna go for it. So we're out for proposals to get a master developer, and that should be probably sometime. I think they're probably going to be due, if I remember correctly, in the earlier part of December. Then afterwards, we have to evaluate, and probably get whoever we think can do the best for us. And it's going to be a process.
Our city manager, Isaac Twill, the last time he was here a few weeks back, he mentioned that there might be public participation where they can express their opinion on what should go there. Is that still part of the process right now? or
Well,
what?
we kind of have an idea as to what we were looking for. And like I stated when we announced, we had to come back and start from scratch because we really wanted a lot of water features, but then it's not practical. It's not feasible. And you know what? We're not going to do it if it's not going to benefit our area, our community. So we're going to get some ideas based on what we're looking at. And then afterwards, the master developer of the city, of course, we want investment to come from wherever it comes. So a lot of it, hopefully, from this area.
You mentioned water features. Now, in a quick write-up that I saw in passing, just scanning, I think one of the TV kids that were out there, either it was 4 or 5, they had a quick write-up, and there was an emphasis on a potential water park for that. Is that like the first step that we're trying to take to do a family attraction, like a water park?
No, not really. I mean, we're talking about an entertainment district, high-end retail, a very nice hotel, of course, commercial, residential, mixed use, kind of what we're looking forward to here in McAllen, would have been talking about for years. But we do want to implement water in there. It just gives it something different. Initially, we're looking at kind of like a lagoon, a beach type of deal. It just wasn't feasible. It looked beautiful in the renderings, but we're not going to do it if it's not good.
Javier Villalobos, our mayor from McAllen, this week there was a big announcement on the repurpose effort at the old Bowie Reservoir near the airport, and bids are being accepted for several weeks. I believe early December, you said, right?
Correct.
The city or a committee, you guys will make a decision on who to award the plan and let them repurpose that land. A few years ago, you might remember how there was quite a few years ago. It was when Richard was mayor, Richard
That's
Cortez,
correct.
right? There was some talk of maybe converting that area, selling that area to, now, I don't know if it's Tillman Fertitta or someone from Houston, like the Kima Boardwalk thing, right? That's the Kima Boardwalk owners own other like seafood, like nice places in Houston. Like I think those people were looking. Are they part of the mix right now, looking into maybe repurposing?
Well,
that land?
it's open right now. So whoever, and we're talking about, it has to be somebody that, of course, has a financial resource, be a master developer, but then they'll partner up with different people, different investors to take a look at it and see what's more beneficial, of course, to them. And ultimately to us, I want to put everything in the tax base. I don't want to keep anything for the city. And that's one of the issues we had with the water features, that we probably would have to be running it. And it sounds good. It sounds beautiful. It would look beautiful. But when it comes to the resources of the city, probably wasn't feasible.
Oh, but then we already have issues with water around here. I can just see, the challenges related to that. And they're really, really
No,
bad
talking about issues with water, it was
Yeah.
funny because when we were draining it, people thought the city of McAllen was out of water. That's what they thought. I'd get the calls. I'd get the calls all the time. And well, no, it was that reservoir has been obsolete for quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
So it was there, but
But by the way, remind folks, because they don't see it off the freeway, where did the reservoir, where did that bank of water go?
There's a big reservoir, probably about a mile or maybe a little bit less than a mile south of the current, or actually of the Bowie Reservoir.
Yeah.
So it's there. You just don't see it.
Just south of the airport, off of probably 23rd. Can you even see it if you look like off of 23rd?
I have never seen it. I know where it is, but I have never seen it.
Javier Villalobos, our mayor in McAllen, and they're looking at the repurpose, somebody to invest and repurpose, bring some shops, destination points, entertainment. The quote from the write-up from the city was, I guess depending on how many stores and how many restaurants, we're looking at potentially like close to 1,000 jobs, like permanent jobs
Well,
after the construction jobs.
Correct. We're probably looking at about 900 plus. And of course, during construction, there's going to be a lot of jobs, a lot of money circulating around our area, and a lot of it coming from the outside. And that's what's important to us.
Yeah.
Because we know that we generate jobs. We're generating for everybody. People are out there, out there eating. There are people utilizing hotels, people visiting if they're from out of town. And that's what to us has always been the benefit McAllen has. People come from the outside, spend their money, and sometimes leave, sometimes stay.
What would you like to see on that pad off the freeway?
You know what? I want something beautiful, mixed use. It's something we've been talking about, especially when I came in. I said, you know what? We got to change the way McAllen is. The single lot, one house. It sounds good, but it creates a lot of traffic because everybody has to get out and utilize their car, go somewhere. You mix it up, and there's ways of, for example, what's going on North 10th Street. I mean, that's kind of a mixed use. That's gonna start changing the way we build, the way we think. It will help us hopefully start utilizing some of our transit. We're underutilizing it right now. We have it, and people can't really use it very well because it's just single houses everywhere.
In my mind, I'm seeing something, and forgive me, I forgot the name of it, but it's close to St. Mary's, close to the zoo. There is the quarry, right?
Quarry,
the
right.
quarry. You see it like something like that? 'Cause I don't know if the quarry has like apartments nearby, but there was a write-up on that where like maybe we can have some condos, apartments, plus the retail.
Well, that's kind
What
of
do you think?
exactly what we're looking at. The quarry does have condos. It has, it has the restaurants. I don't know if it has hotels. We're looking at a high-end hotel in there. I think it's the areas there. The airport is right by there. Pretty close to the convention center. I mean, that area is going to be a powerful area.
Do you think that it would finally kickstart when it's done, right? And you can see maybe something quarry style with the hotel, with maybe some condos, stores and shops and like destination points near the mall, with that development, with the convention center and the 10th Street and highway in 10th Street old convention center being developed and going up as well. The city center thing, I think is what they call it, right? Maybe have like a little shuttle system, a little bus going back and forth, like visit all four of them.
That's exactly
Right.
what we're talking about, because when you're, when there's more density, then there's an opportunity for that. If there isn't, it's difficult, and that's why, transit is utilized in the bigger cities because they have, more density in their population in the city. Here we all have one house, another lot, and then a lot of the times we don't want commercial right next to our residential. I mean, that's the old way of thinking. A lot of people still think that way, especially older, but the younger people, and we have a young population, they're thinking otherwise. They're thinking about, hey, you know what? I don't want to have a big yard. I don't want to be in charge of cutting grass, or they're not too interested in swimming pools either. It's different. It's a different generation.
Yeah, Javier Villalobos, our Mayor McAllen. Again, the city putting up for bids for an investor, developer to repurpose the almost 68 acres that was the old reservoir, the Bowie Reservoir, next to the McAllen Airport. An award will be granted. Somebody is going to pick this ball up and run with it starting in December. We'll know by when they might be finished with their plan to repurpose that, maybe in a couple of years as well. What is the status report of the one I mentioned, the phallic property, the one at 10th Street and the expressway? Like, where are they right now in that project? What's coming up there?
No, definitely. Well, we are not 100% sure, although, because that is, of course, private. But we know there's always some limitations. That property was bought from Simon Properties, and of course, there's limitations. So,
don't compete, right? Don't set up shop here. We got it at the mall. It's one of those scenarios, right?
Kind of, sort of. But like one of the things that, and hey, you know what? Hopefully, there's a lot of listeners, because people are always asking for that cheesecake factory.
Oh, the cheesecake factory.
And they always want us to do it. They always wanted to bring us down. It is not up to us. And
you can just see the dietitians at DHR going, no, we don't need no cheesecake around here.
or they may be, yes, bring it over. So it depends. But you know what? It is not up to us. That's between individuals, between companies that have agreements as to where they can or cannot be located. Because we get asked for that all the time. If it were up to us, we try our best to do it. But that is not us.
We're going to be the number one market market for Ozempic and Wegovy here pretty soon. We get the Cheesecake Factory to complement all the breakfast tacos and the carne guisada around here. Javier Villalobos is our mayor in McAllen. That area at 10th and the expressway, the phallic property, that will have a hotel for sure.
It's supposed to, if I remember correctly, it should have a nice hotel there.
Well, McAllen has the enviable advantage over all Valley cities. I know Brownsville is going gangbuster, about 200,000 people plus probably by now, and definitely every single day when people go to work at the port it's amazing what's taking place in Brownsville. And they've got a lot of catching up to do when it comes to retail activity, dining, and entertainment and things. And I'm grateful that we have, we go to work over there, they come to shop, and they go have fun over here. That's great. It looks like one.
So actually, it goes either way now, especially with SpaceX, and then of course a lot of construction going on right now on the LNG and all that type of stuff. So it goes either way. And to us, like, I'm glad that we're finally working together. And I'm talking about Brownsville, Harlingen, us thinking more as a region. And so we're talking about when trying to bring companies. And I honestly don't care if they're here. I don't care if they're in Brownsville and Harlingen. And the prime example is Zoho. Zoho's supposed to be here at the very end. They ended up in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And guess what? I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. They're here because I know what's going to happen. They're gonna be around. They're going to invest throughout the area. They're going to combine McAllen.
Yeah, this regionalism mindset is what's going to help us land industry. I don't know. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but look, in the business news this week, one of the big stories, in fact, it was a Thursday morning. We were here, and I sent out email messages to friends in economic development offices, the bigger ones around the area. Joaquin Spalmer, I sent him a CC as well. So Zuckerberg, Facebook, Meta, right? They set up a data center in Texas, and it wound up on the border, like really far away, El Paso. And I'm going, were we ever in the running for that? I got to ask you. It's El Paso. It's going to get like $1.5 billion investment for a data center, an AI supercomputer data center, 200 plus good paying jobs. Were we ever in the running in the Valley for that?
You know what? And actually, we wouldn't be able to tell you if we were, but there's different stuff that we're hoping that pretty soon and very excited about that we hopefully will be announced.
Similar in nature?
Actually, to me, sometimes even better.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I know folks that have the deep pockets and the capital that are. Joaquin Spalmer is one of those who puts the money where his mouth is.
No, he has
believes in the area.
He has been putting a lot of effort with his RioPlex, pushing RioPlex, making it a nonprofit, so that people understand that no, it's not Joaquin or just a couple of guys.
Yeah.
It's an effort. It's a concerted effort, and actually, I love being a part of it. Whenever we're pushing, whenever I'm in Mexico. I've been talking. I'm not just McAllen. I am from McAllen. We represent McAllen. But if industry can come locate within our area, we know we all benefit.
Major project pending, and we're just chomping at the bit, hoping to talk about that one on Ware Road south of the freeway. That's one that Joaquin has. He's looking at one. And Far's got a Weslaco one. He's got a Brownsville one, all over the place. Hoping and praying that others like him get off the fence and start creating the turnkey square footage. Because I know the phone is ringing. And I no longer wish for the Valley and the EDC people to be in the situation. We don't have it. I'm sorry, we don't have the square footage.
And that's one of the issues we're having. We know that in the South, we're very, very limited as far as square footage. And we know the demand is there. So we're glad that we have people like Joaquin Spalmer, Carlos Canales, and those individuals always out there trying to push, trying to promote. I mean, it's their business and they do it well. And if we can be of assistance, we're always there too.
Mayor, my friend, I appreciate you stopping by for the Friday morning show, but let's remind folks, Friday evening, 5 p.m. onwards, it's free. We got the big Palma celebration, the big festival taking place in McAllen. 5 p.m. Friday is to 11. 5 p.m. to 11 is free. Saturday in the evening, Sunday in the evening, you'll need a ticket, but you can go by noon. So the Convention Center campus, McAllen, take your family. Food and fun and carnival and funnel cakes and all that wonderful stuff.
Well, that's right. I need to go do the ribbon cutting. I guess it's Friday or I don't even remember, but it's on my schedule.
Okay. You like being mayor?
You know what? Actually, I love being mayor. I love what we do. It just takes up a lot of time.
I was about to say, does your family even get to see you anymore?
You know what? I end up coming home almost close to 10 almost every night. But
yeah,
no
wonder you're cursing at me. He doesn't curse at me. He doesn't. But you're cursing the sky. I know. When I'm trying to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, Javi, come on the show, man. Talk to me about this stuff. Yeah, Yeah, it's
It's
everybody
difficult,
stretching
sir.
you in every direction.
And
yeah.
as a matter of fact, that's why I tell you sometimes, you know what, if we can do it a little bit later. It's difficult. And the calls yesterday, for example, I got a call about a possum in the house. I got a call about some loose dogs. I got a call about some permits. I got calls, and it's like, I get the calls. I wonder if the rest of the commissioners do, but I know I do. That's
So, a McAllen resident called you. They had a tacuache in the house. Hey,
Right.
Mayor, tengo tacuache en la casa. Come and get it. I'm sorry, lady. I'm not animal control. Look, call the water department.
I get the calls. I get the emails through Messenger. It is incredible. You know what? I try my best. And direct it to wherever it has to be directed.
Yeah.
And I love our residents, and we have great residents. It's a little tough though sometimes.
Palm Festival this weekend in McAllen starts Friday afternoon, 5 p.m., and then Saturday and Sunday take the family out there. And then right after that, that's like the kickoff for a series of wonderful events, all culminating, of course, with the South Pole of Texas,
That's
the Convention Center campus, all decked out Christmas, and the parade and all that.
No, it's just
right around the
beautiful.
corner.
It's just beautiful what our team does. And of course, we've been promoting a McAllen Holiday Parade, which is December the 6th, I believe. But I mean, that parade just keeps on growing. It keeps on growing. It's amazing. I hope and pray that we get good weather. Last year got a little tough. It was, well, not tough. It got a little cold. Well, it was not a little cold. It got real cold.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
it
know,
happens.
we still
Yeah.
had at least about 200,000 people. But a couple of years ago, we had over 265,000. So the community loves it. We know they do, and we are just so grateful that we have so many partners that sponsor. And even though people might think it costs us a lot of money, it does not. We have great sponsors.
Thanks for stopping by, Mayor. And come see us again. I know we got a lot talked about.
I sure will.
Here before the holiday. Javier Villalobos, our mayor in McAllen. There you go, Freddie. There's obviously a demand for that in the electorate, right? That could be a little bit of political advice for somebody running for mayor in McAllen. I promise if you have a tacuache in your house, I'll come and get it. See, maybe they could promise that. I'm running for mayor. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV, your station for Aggie football. Join us tomorrow for the broadcast right here on 710 KURV. It's El Pato time. It's Friday. Let's celebrate life. Let's celebrate the flavor of South Texas. We got the best tasting Mexican food, Tex-Mex food in all the planet, and it's waiting for you. Mama's recipe, Abuelita's recipe, El Pato restaurants. You know where they are. Phone it in. Get a bag full of scrumptious breakfast tacos, breakfast patos, your favorite ingredients, all the fillers, egg with potato, with chorizo or ham or bacon, cheese, or just put all of it in there and get some of that red salsita that is so good. Makes everything just amarra. It just makes it perfect. Get some breakfast tacos, some patos right now for El Pato restaurants, elpato.com. You can order. It's ready for you on the way to work, on the way to school. Right now, the big special. And don't forget the daily $5.99 specials. Every day of the week, they got a different special, whether it's the chicken or cheese enchiladas, carne guisada, the chicken guisado plate, taquitos mexicanos, every day, $5.99. And there's the better, bigger special that includes the drink. The chalupato plate is the tostada, the chalupa, with the refried bean, lettuce, tomato, the wonderful yellow cheese, the pato full of carne guisada, rice, beans of your choice, and of course the drink. An amazing $7.99. The chalupato plate at every El Pato restaurant.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that. And more if you're worried about things like low testosterone. Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen 956-368-5247. That's Dr. T's PrimaryCare.com.
Come into Volvo Cars Edinburgh today and find the Volvo that's right for you. Shop from a great selection of Volvos today. Get comfortable in the incredible new 2025 Volvo XC40. With new technology and innovation that makes the Volvo brand stand out from the rest. Lease one today for just $399 a month. That's right, $399 a month. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Volvo Cars Edinburgh.
Dale gas!
Coming up after the Valley's morning news, stay tuned for the Sergio Show with Sergio Sanchez starting at 9, followed by the Dana Show with Dana Lash at 11 on News Talk 710 KURV, KURV.com, and on the Radio Pottermy app.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
Thursday Night Football, Joe Flacco outdueled Aaron Rodgers, threw for 342 yards, 3 touchdowns. Then Evan McPherson kicked the game-winning 36-yard field goal with 7 seconds remaining. The Bengals rallied to beat the Steelers 33-31. Jamar Chase with a franchise record 16 catches for 161 yards and a touchdown in the win. Baseball, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. homered again to help the Blue Jays crush the Mariners 8-2 to even the ALCS at 2 games apiece. NLCS, Dodgers with a 2-run 6 beat the Brewers 3-1. Now a win away from returning to the World Series. That's sports. I'm Ronza Moss.
AccuWeather says highs today should be mid-90s and hotter this weekend, probably by triple digits on Sunday. Definitely Monday, says AccuWeather. Border Bridge wait times is posted on KURV.com. Go back to our website, KURV.com, right-hand margin, and you'll see the latest numbers. Let me make sure I got the right numbers. So it is let's see here, half-hour wait at the Hidalgo Bridge, and we're looking about an hour at B&M. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Business news check of your money. That's up next.
By now, you know the newest dealership in the Bert Ogden Auto Group, the all-new state-of-the-art BMW of FAR, is now open with an incredible selection of new BMWs to choose from and the same exceptional service you've come to know. Lease a BMW X3 today for just $569 a month with $49.99 due at signing. Come see why BMW has always been known as the ultimate driving machine. BMW of FAR, now open on the corner of Expressway 281 and Owasso in FAR. Come find your new BMW today.
Only the Lord knows that date when you'd be called home. And you probably think about it. I know I do. I think about that every now and then. Every now and then. I don't obsess about it, but I think about it because it's just reality. It's part of life. The Lord's going to call you home. And then it's sad to think that, your immediate family would have to go through something like that. Look, try to make things a little easier. My mom and dad, they pre-planned and prepaid their funeral event many years before the Lord called them home. And when that time came as an only son, it made a huge difference for me, my family, my wife, and my boys to go through that moment, especially me, not having to deal with lots of decisions. See, a funeral event, it requires a lot of decisions to be made, little details, this, that, and the other. And, well, I know you have a sit down right afterwards, but just take as much of this off the table and get it prepaid so that your immediate family doesn't have to deal with it. Right, just try to make things a little easier. It's a very loving thing to do. Call Carla McCaleb from the McCaleb Funeral Home family in Westaco, Texas. 60 plus years helping families negotiate that separation, that time with counseling. They have a very beautiful celebration at McCaleb Funeral Home. Carla McCaleb will send someone from the family to you wherever you are, Harlingen, Brownsville, McAllen area, Mission, Edinburgh. Have a sit down, make decisions now. Prepay, get everything on prepayment set up now. Put it on the shelf. Wait on the Lord. Carla McCaleb, her personal number. Call or text her now for that appointment. 956-650-2841.
The eternal struggle. Too hot? Too cold? Forget about it. Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and HVAC will make your home a true Goldilocks zone. Don't bear it alone when your fairy tale home feels like a nightmare gone wrong. Mighty Mike is your shining hero who will save the day with service that's not too early, not too late, but just right. Call Mighty Mike at 956-686-1353 or visit callmightymike.com. Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and HVAC.
Get it right. Call Mighty Mike.
Mighty Mike to the rescue.
Just one call to solve it all.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. The U.S. budget deficit edged lower for 2025 as record-setting tariff collections helped offset what also were unprecedented numbers for payments and the spiraling national debt. The red ink would have been worse had it not been for a massive surge in custom duties. and a September surplus of $198 billion that also set a record for the month. Micron said it plans to stop supplying server chips to data centers in China after the business failed to recover from a 2023 government ban on its products in critical Chinese infrastructure. Micron was the first U.S. chip maker to be targeted by Beijing. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says Ford is recalling nearly 625,000 vehicles in the U.S. due to a seatbelt and rear-view camera display problem. The auto regulator said that Ford dealers will update the image processing module software at no cost to owners. Futures are mixed. Thursday, the Dow Industrials lost 301. That's your money now.
AccuWeather says hot on hot. Mid-90s today, triple digits by Sunday. Right now, temperatures low 70s. You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. You go into the movies this weekend, chances are you like scary movies. And movie mom Nell Minow, she doesn't like scary movies. So I don't know what she's going to tell me coming up in about 3 minutes. So stick around. Movie mom Nell Minow in about 3 minutes on the Valley's Morning News. JP and Jeff at Amigo Power Equipment. They represent the Kubota equipment that you need, the versatile Kubota equipment that you need to get the job done at the ranch at the lease. The Kubota L Series that you will see, the inventory there at Amigo Power. The Kubota L Series compact tractor, number one selling compact tractor in the nation. Also at Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburgh, Monte Cristo. JP and Jeff have the amazing, always fun, the Kubota Sidekick utility vehicles. And yes, they're fun, and you're doing work at the same time, mowing your palatial estate. They've got the Kubota Z Series mowers. Amigo Power Equipment is on Monte Cristo in Edinburgh, and right now JP and Jeff can help you take home some of this Kubota equipment for 0% financing if you qualify, and save up to $4,500 as well on some of this equipment. Lots of details available at KubotaUSA.com, or just stop by and visit with JP and Jeff, because this 0% financing option, or save up to $4,500 on the Kubota equipment, that's available now to December 31st at Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburgh on Monte Cristo.
When's the last time you checked your roof's condition? Is it hurricane ready? It's predicted to be a busy storm season with strong winds. Did you know that heavy rains can cause your drains to clog? Clogged drains on flat commercial roofs can cause serious damage to your buildings. Being prepared will give you peace of mind. Call Vega Roofing Company so we can inspect your roof or replace it with our 20-year warranted Duralast roofing systems. Call 686-4921. Vega Roofing Company since 1965. A name in roofing you can trust. That's 686-4921.
By now, you know the newest dealership in the Bert Ogden Auto Group, the all-new state-of-the-art BMW of FAR, is now open with an incredible selection of new BMWs to choose from and the same exceptional service you've come to know. Lease a BMW X3 today for just $569 a month with $49.99 due at signing. Come see why BMW has always been known as the ultimate driving machine. BMW of FAR, now open on the corner of Expressway 281 and Owasso in FAR. Come find your new BMW today.
More than just the headlines.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
Happy Friday. Welcome to the program, the Valley's Morning News for October 17th, 2025. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz. We got movie mom Nell Minow just seconds away, and AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. He says it's going to be close to triple digits today, tomorrow, definitely triple digits Sunday, Monday. News on 710 KURV, a service of Edinburgh CISD, along with UTRGV, their collegiate high school, currently enrolling freshmen and sophomore students. For information, 956-289-2300.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton could turn himself in today after being charged with mishandling classified documents.
Bolton maintained his innocence, and Bolton's attorney adding this quote: "These charges stem from portions of Ambassador Bolton's personal diaries over his 45-year career. Records that are unclassified. Like many public officials throughout history, Ambassador Bolton kept diaries. That is not a crime."
Dr. Chanley Painter, President Trump claims the Democrats' move to shut down the government is allowing him to do this.
What we're doing is we're cutting Democrat programs that we didn't want because, they made one mistake. They didn't realize that gives me the right to cut programs that Republicans never wanted.
This is part of the exclusive interview coming up this weekend on Fox's
Sunday morning futures. Shutdown reaches day 17. America's listening to Fox News.
The Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. And if you have an opinion on SpaceX expanding operations and throwing rockets into orbit, not just launching them into space and then splashing them in the Indian Ocean. Monday is the last day for public comment that will be accepted on proposed changes to the existing FAA license SpaceX has for operating out of Boca Chica. Friday edition of the Valley's Morning. You know what that song means? It's from Mom, movie mom, Nell Minow. How are you, Mom? Good to talk to you again.
Good to talk to you. You know, we do have some scary movies coming up that I will not be going to see.
Of course.
Black Phone 2 and a new Predator movie. And I will have a list of Halloween movies for families on my website.
Even the Predator movie, you'd stay away from that sci-fi Predator movie. You don't like those?
Yeah, I'm not a Predator fan. No. But let's talk about what's happening this week. All-star cast in After the Hunt. Julia Roberts plays a professor who's on the verge of tenure. So that's a lot of pressure on her. And her two closest friends on campus are a younger professor played by Andrew Garfield and a PhD student played by Ayo Edeberry from The Bear TV series. And when Ayo Edeberry's character accuses Andrew Garfield's character of sexual abuse, Julia Roberts doesn't know who to believe. And so that's what that is about. There is a lot of pressure going in every direction, not just the tenure issue, but also Ayo Edeberry's character's father is a big donor to the campus. And there are a lot of political issues, and I don't think it's very good. But let me tell you this, even if that sounds great to you, and gosh knows I would go see those three people in just about anything, it's going to be on streaming in about 2 minutes. So
that's
wait,
true.
okay?
Yeah. That doesn't sound like a very good plot. Who's going to forward the letter of recommendation for tenure?
Exactly.
Suspense. Okay, yeah, it doesn't.
Okay, now I got one that I am going to recommend. It is Good Fortune with the genius idea of casting Keanu Reeves as an angel. That's what he was born to play. Aziz Ansari wrote, directed, and stars in this. He's not much of an actor, but he wrote really around what his capabilities are. And he plays a guy who is completely down on his luck. He's sleeping in his car. He's doing a lot of food delivery jobs and gig jobs, and he's not doing well at all. And so when the angel comes, he wants to show him how much he should appreciate his life. And so he has him switch lives with a rich guy played by Seth Rogen. The problem is when he switches lives, it's much better. He likes it. He doesn't want to switch back. He doesn't appreciate how great his life used to be. And so that creates a lot of problems for the angel. Keanu Reeves is just great, especially when he, for a little while, becomes a human and has to learn what it is to appreciate a milkshake. The look on his face when he has his first milkshake, he learns about how great it is to be a human more than Aziz Ansari does. It's very smart. It's very funny. It's rated R for very strong language, some drug use, but I thought it was just a terrific movie.
So Keanu Reeves goes from being son of Satan and a demon. He's played that several roles, right?
Yeah.
Now he's an angel, right?
Yeah, he's an angel with small wings because he's a trainee.
Oh, okay. The small wings, right? Streaming, anything interesting?
Streaming, yeah, we've got Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. I have to say, I think it's not as good as Gabby's Dollhouse, the TV series, but okay. And then if you're a fan of movies, the Mr. Scorsese series is absolutely terrific. It's all about Martin Scorsese from his childhood on. He's got everybody that he's ever worked with talking about it. You see pictures of him in the early days with Robert De Niro. It's just terrific. It's written and directed by Rebecca Miller, whose father, Arthur Miller, was the foremost American playwright of the 20th century, Death of a Salesman, etc. And she's married to a guy you might have heard of, Daniel Day-Lewis, who's been on a bunch of Scorsese movies. So yeah, absolutely terrific series, Mr. Scorsese. Next week, 2 movies about real life musicians. We got one about Bruce Springsteen with Jeremy Allen White from The Bear, and one about one of my favorites, Lawrence Hart, who wrote the lyrics for songs, classics like Blue Moon, My Funny Valentine, played by Ethan Hawke. We'll be talking about both of them this week.
All right. Hug and a kiss, Mom. Have a wonderful weekend. Movie Mom, Nell Minow, every Friday on the Valley's Morning News. Join us online, Radio Para Mi. Download that free app. Go, bro.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
If you're about to build something, you've got a new business, new commercial strip, may I recommend you give a phone call to the top folks in commercial building projects, not only here, but, man, I would say across the nation, too. They're one of the top companies, big whopper projects. The other day I was at dinner with some of these friends. I learned that Chamberlain Roofing Waterproofing was part of the teams that helped develop and worked on roofing projects as they were developing that retractable roof system where the Astros play in Houston. That's just like one of the huge big projects they have participated in. Now for you, I know you got a commercial strip going, oh man, they're too big for me. They're not too big for you. They're here in the Valley waiting for your call. First of all, to assess the condition of the commercial roofing systems you have already. See if you have any weak spots. They'll do that for free. Handshake, start a friendship relationship with Chamberlain Roofing Waterproofing. The whole idea is to get your commercial roof waterproof. 125 years plus of experience. Expanded services in the Valley now with cutting-edge roof installation repair technology, and it's in the name, waterproofing solutions for your commercial roofing systems. Call them today. Get that conversation started. Chamberlain Roofing Waterproofing, 956-655-6178.
Come into Genesis of Harlingen today and soak up the feeling of the dynamic yet elegant design and cutting-edge technology that makes up the amazing Genesis vehicle lineup. Visit today and choose from a great selection like a 2025 Genesis GV80 for $509 a month for 36 months. Come see where refined sophistication meets powerful innovation at Genesis of Harlingen at 8521 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen. Shop from the entire line of Genesis online at genesisofharlingen.com.
If it's happening in the Valley, we're talking about it. 710 KURV and KURV.com. Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potomac app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potomac app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710 KURV.